now for another product demonstration. iBabs is a meeting management platform, and they are also one of our headline sponsors this year. It's always wonderful working with sponsors who get it, and they particularly like adding value to the profession. So get ready for a session from Jonathan Bennett, where he's going to talk you through all the benefits of this particular platform, but also where he will really explore in detail what it's going to do for you as an administrative professional. I'm really looking forward to this one. So will you please join me in welcoming the fabulous Jonathan Bennett.
Hi folks, welcome to our session for ES Tech 2023. We're very excited to be here for the event again this year. My name's John. I work for iBabs. iBabs is software for effective meetings. It saves admin professionals such as yourselves hours stood next to a printer and photocopier or in shared drives, compiling agendas and papers, and it also massively simplifies the follow-up around your meetings in terms of recording the minutes, actions and decisions you arrive at in them. For meeting participants, it gives them the ability to access the meeting from any internet connected device, and it gives them the latest on the minutes, actions, decisions you've arrived at. It allows them to access from any internet connected device, including their own phone or tablet, and it's still as completely secure as if you were using your work computer. iBabs also builds a structured history of all of your minutes, actions, and decisions. And then the last benefit is really for the environment. In the 12 years we've been going at this, we reckon we've saved around 9 times the height of Mount Everest in paper. So it's good for the polar bears as well. In this session, I'm excited to show you 5 specific workflows that our users really love. The first will be how to write your meeting minutes as part of the follow-up for your meetings. We'll cover off how to create an agenda and pull together all your papers very simply and easily and in minutes in iBabs. We'll show you how to record your actions, how to assign actions, how easy it is for your users to update against those actions, the transparency that you get as part of that, and also the ready-made action log that is part of the follow-up as well. We'll show you how easy and simple it is to run a vote in the system or record the outcome of, say, a show of hands or a simple ballot in iBabs as well. And then the last thing is how to get signatures against any decisions that you arrive at in your meeting as part of the meeting follow-up, so that everything is really simple and easy for you. Yeah, we will have a Q&A session at the end. You can also schedule a meeting with me directly if you have any questions or if you'd like to have a follow-up conversation. We'd be delighted to show you our platform in more detail and any specific questions you may have. And I think you should see the link just underneath the video here. So thanks so much for your time today, folks, and really appreciate your time. Hi folks, in this video I'll show you how simple and easy it is to pull together an agenda, all the supporting papers, and publish that out and push that out to your users' devices in less than 5 minutes. So in a second, what I'll do is I'll share my screen and then you should see, hopefully, this is what it's like when you're logged into iBabs as an administrator. Over here on the right hand 3/4 of the screen, I've got a couple of meetings already in the calendar. Today I've logged in to start preparing for a board meeting that we have in a couple of weeks. So to do that, I just click meetings and then add agenda. iBabs works off templates for the different types of meetings that you might hold in your organization. So for me, in this case, I've got in mind a supervisory board meeting agenda. So I just select the date that I want that meeting to be held. iBabs has remembered from the template who is in the meeting and what their meeting permissions are around various documents within the system. If I have, say, a board observer sitting in on the meeting, in this case, Tom Hardy, I can very simply and easily just add them for the duration of this one meeting by checking the box here with the I against it. Then I just pull through my standing agenda for this type of meeting, and you'll see by clicking the Add Default Agenda Items button, and you'll see it's pulled through my standing agenda. I can simply and easily adjust that according to the meeting requirements. Very simply, I can add in, say, a new agenda item here, auditor's report, and you'll see basically whether I add in the new agenda item, I can go and very simply and easily associate a timing to it, and then just save that. iBabs reorders everything according to the numbering, and it saves me hours messing around with formatting in Word. But of course, typically you might have a number of documents under discussion as part of your meeting. So instead, what I can do is I can go and maybe we've got this PR release that needs to be discussed, this conflict of interest policy document, terms of reference, thing on paperless board meetings, board effectiveness review, maybe this budget spreadsheet, and then lastly, if I just go further down, if we have this trading update, and you'll see whether it's a PowerPoint, an Excel spreadsheet, or a PDF, it doesn't matter. iBabs automatically hoovers all of these documents for me in seconds and converts them all into PDF against the agenda for me. What I can then do is very simply and easily, I can then just drag and drop these documents around the agenda. So maybe this section on the spreadsheet is for the finance committee. I'll just drag and drop it to section 5.2 here. The conflict of interest policy document, that might be for the section on declarations of interest or the chairman's opening remarks. I can just drag that there. The terms of reference, that might be the first item on the agenda. Our board effectiveness review, that might also be something that the chair would like to cover as part of the meeting. This thing on paperless board meetings, that might be for discussion approval. The trading update, that might be relevant for our CEO to cover off. So you'll see in seconds, I can just drag and drop the papers around our agenda here. And then lastly, I'll just put that under the new appointment to the board. So it's literally taken seconds to pull together our agenda. I can at this point optionally go off and get feedback of, say, the chair, the CEO around the agenda before I then publish it out to our colleagues. To push it, the agenda and then papers out to our meeting participants' devices, I just go to publish agenda. At this point, I'm presented with the option to compile a meeting bundle. That is very simply and easily a single PDF document of all of the agenda and all of the supporting papers within the meeting. I can also then optionally go and add a note, covering email, to let everybody know that our agenda for the 7th is now live. Once I then publish that out to people, they'll get a notification on their phone. They'll also get an email into their inbox, and you'll see it's as simple as that to publish a meeting, put it in the calendar, and now my colleagues have got an agenda here and all of the supporting papers in a printable version of the meeting, but they also can prepare for the meeting directly in the app themselves. And it's as simple as that to pull together your meetings in iBabs. this video, I'll show you how easy and simple it is to follow up your meetings and pull together the minutes and outcomes of your meeting. So if we jump into share screen here, you'll see I've got our board meeting that we prepared earlier. If I then jump into that show agenda under there, you'll see I've got the option then to take minutes for our meeting. When I go to take minutes, the first thing I can do is record attendance in our meeting. You'll see we've got 12 people invited, and I've had confirmation back from 4 that they're going to be attending the meeting. I can then just update that to reflect the meeting participants. In this case, let's say Dennis was the absentee. So now I can then just start adding in the detail of our meeting. So you might capture this locally on a Word document, or you might want to copy and paste the information directly into the system. I can just then populate the minutes here. So let's just add some text under each section. And that will then allow me to show you how simple and easy it is to then write up your minutes after the meeting. So literally, I'll just add in my text from the notes that I've made locally under each section. You can bullet point, I can embolden text, you can italicize text, you can also add in things like hyperlinks and tables into your minutes as well, should you need. In this case, let's just say we're going to keep it simple with some text, and then I just save that. And what I can then do is export that directly into Word. When I go to export it, the document downloads in seconds. I can then just open the file here. If I share screen with you, what you'll see is here we've got the minutes of our meeting. I've recorded the attendance very simply and easily. We've then got the detail around our actual notes that we've made against the meeting, all recorded there as well. The minutes here can be configured. We can arrange to tailor this to your particular branding. We can add your client logo or corporate identity into the heading of individual pages or all of the pages in the minutes as well. And so it's as simple as that to pull together the minutes from your meeting in iBabs. In this video, I'll show you iBabs' powerful actions workflow and how you can record and follow up automatically actions that drop out of your meeting. So if I just jump into share screen with you now, and here we've got our agenda that we started making recording minutes against earlier. In this case, under the section on report of the CEO, John has been assigned an action to produce a report on Q4 Outlook. So you can add in some detail there as well. So I can add some detail against the action here, and then I can individually assign this action to John, or I can assign it to multiple people in the meeting, or I could assign the action to the whole board in this case. When you assign an action in iBabs, iBabs prompts you to give that action a deadline. So in this case, let's say we're going to give the team a month to get that organized. I then just save that. So as the action assignee, I also get a notification on my phone and an email on my inbox. So I can't really pretend that I turn up to the next meeting and pretend that I've not had the action through. You'll see when I log out back to the main home screen in iBabs, I now get a note, my action items as well. From here, I can then go and instantly update with what's happening on the action. So in this case, it's a work in progress. Pending numbers from finance, say. The minute I then save that, that is then available to everybody in iBabs who's a party to that meeting to go and see the latest update against that action. So there's complete transparency around your actions in the system. That's very powerful in itself for ensuring that people are keeping the team up to date with what's happening. And all actions in iBabs are red, amber, greened as well. Where an action is green, it means it's complete and on track. An amber action such as this is pending. It's pending until I then mark it as done from my perspective. I then just save that, and what you'll see is the action then turns green. The action, though, is only green from my perspective. In iBabs, and from a good governance perspective, we don't get to mark our own homework around action. So on behalf of the meeting, it then goes back to the meeting administrator to then validate that, yes, we are happy that that action is then done. Or you can then, I can extend the deadline on the action. I can reassign the action to somebody and mark it as not still pending. Or you can, in this case, let's say we're happy that that action is now complete. So I can then just save that. And that then goes into our ready-made action log in the system. So for any meeting within the system, you can pull off a report either into Word or into Excel with the details of all of the current actions for your meeting. So in essence, you've got a ready-made action log that you can then use to share and update your colleagues as well. If I just show you what that looks like. So here's our ready-made action log for the meeting. So you'll see it's got the latest update against it for me. I can then use that as the action log for this particular type of meeting. But again, all users have searchable access to all actions in the system as well. So if I just jump back into search, here I can go and, for instance, search an action around report, and what you'll see is when I hit return, it'll then pull up every action that includes the word report in it for me. So it's as simple and easy as that to assign actions, have people update against their actions. One thing I forgot to mention is iBabs will automatically chase for your actions as well. So on the date that the deadline falls due, if somebody's not responded, they'll then get an email and a notification on the deadline to let them know that they've an outstanding action. So very powerful and simple workflow within the system, and hopefully that's a good overview of the action items workflow in iBabs for you. In this video, I'll walk you through how simple and easy it is to actually run a vote in iBabs, or to record the outcome of a show of hands or say a survey ballot in the system. So once we're in our meeting and we're writing up our minutes under show agenda here, I can go to then edit our agenda, and from here I can then go and run a vote on any of the topics here in our agenda. So maybe under matters for discussion approval, we're going to run a vote on the actual topic under discussion, and there's two ways I can do that. The first is I can initiate a live vote in the system. Basically, I just go and initiate the vote. That will then bring up a pop-up, and anybody who's been assigned the permission or the privilege to vote in the meeting, it will then bring a pop-up on their screen and invite them to cast their vote accordingly on the topic under discussion. You can then see as people are voting in real time, and once everybody's voted or abstained or whatever, and you've settled on an outcome, you can then close that vote, and that's recorded automatically in the minutes for you. In this case, I'm not going to capture the voting because obviously this is just a demo environment. But what I will do is let's show you how that works in practice to record the outcome of a vote on a show of hands in the meeting. So in this case, I can go and record, say, that everybody in the meeting was happy with the outcome, or instead, I'm just going to delete that. Let's say, and if we go and try and capture that again, I'll just bring up the details of everybody who can vote. Let's say in this case, George was against, so was Tom, Martin was in favour, Eric was in favour, Brad was against, and Raymond abstained. In that case, that's now gone 3-2 against the motion. So iBabs will then capture the details of that for me in our minutes, and then I just save that. And from here, when I go back to take minutes, I can export our minutes, including the outcomes of the vote. You can either include the outcome of the vote, or you can also include the details of who voted which way on the topic. And then I just export that, open the file. So if I just share screen with you now then, so what you'll see is we've then got in our minutes under section 5.1, the outcome of our vote. There were 2 votes in favour, 3 against, and iBabs has captured who voted which way for me as part of the actual minutes. You can then record the decision accordingly against your agenda as well. So it's really easy and simple as that to pull together and record the outcome of a vote in the system as well. In this section, I'm just going to take you through how simple and easy it is then to round out your meeting with the signatures against any approvals that need to happen as a result of the decisions which have arrived at in your meeting. So if I just share screen with you now, and what you'll see is here I am recording the minutes of our meeting. I've now captured all of the document here. So now I'm ready to then go back to our agenda, and from here I can then submit any of the papers to our team, either as a team or individually for their approval. So in this case, what I'll show you is against each agenda item, say we need to get, for instance, the whole board to sign the draft minutes of the last meeting. I can then just go and submit for signing and go and select to submit that out to the whole team for a signature. That's then taken seconds to do that. Or alternatively, maybe under the conflict of interest policy, I only need to get the execs to sign that. So in this case, let's go and submit that out to John, George, Tom, and Tom. So it's very simple and easy then to, by document, by agenda item, submit those out for a signature in the system. If I now jump back out, you'll see I've now got some new topics for signature. And under that, if I go into approval of the minutes for the last meeting, it then shows me everybody who's still pending for a signature on that document. If I jump back to the main menu, you'll see here's a slightly different audience for that earlier topic. In the finest traditions of Blue Peter, I have prepared a document earlier. So if we jump instead to our declaration of interest here, you'll see this is a conflict of interest policy document that was already signed. Once the document's been out for signature, you'll see at the bottom, we now get a digital certificate, including the date, the timestamp, the details of who signed it. I get a facsimile of the user's signature, and I also get, most importantly, this, which is the digital certificate that then confirms that this is a valid legal signature in the system. So it's as simple as that to follow up and get the legal approvals around any document within the system.